So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's about all the advice I've got for you if you absolutely insist on scuba diving with your dog. Until next time.
Who is it?
This is Alejandro.
Alejandro, what's the password?
Beer's getting warm.
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Divers Ready. My name's James and welcome to this, the first in a new series of videos that I'm going to call, I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet, but I think it'll be something along the lines of My Dive Buddies, because I figured I've got so many interesting characters here in South Florida on the diving scene that I just want to get them in here and get them on record and talk about, you know, just stuff that we talk about on dive boats, but share it with all of you guys. And first up is my good friend, dive buddy, digital content creator and co-founder of the International Scuba Divers Club, Mr. Alejandro Dutto. Welcome, mate. Welcome to the Dive Locker.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Before we rolled cameras, we were just talking about how, you know, the whole pandemic shutdown thing has completely turned our year upside down. I haven't seen you for ages. I mean, I usually see you every weekend, and I haven't seen you for ages. So, like, how have things been? How have things affected you? Are you diving again yet? What's going on?
So, if you see my dive log, you will see a huge dip this year, right?
Yeah.
I believe that since the pandemic started, I've been diving, once a month?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and mainly doing very, I don't want to say solo, but very private little charters.
You can say solo. It's not a dirty word around here. I don't mind.
So a little bit of solo,
Okay, that's all right. That's okay. It's not a dirty word.
So no Spiegel, no big trips.
No big trips. Yeah.
No.
It's been tough to get out. Anyway, I didn't bring you here to talk about the pandemic, but it seems to be like, you know, it's unavoidable to talk about it.
Exactly.
Came here to talk about diving. Let's start with the International Scuba Diver Club. A little while ago, you guys probably remember I did like, hey, if you guys are getting bored of Netflix, here are some scuba diving channels on YouTube you might want to check out. And I featured your channel because you have a very interesting approach to making digital content, which is you're kind of like my digital rec guide online, right?
Exactly.
Tell everyone watching about like your approach to making the videos and what you hope the people watching them get out of it.
Gotcha. So first of all, the club was born as a direct, conclusion of my other work, which is in cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Right. I had to travel across Latin America. I got to meet all these very interesting people that happen to dive as well. Right. So we started putting together this way of communicating among ourselves, doing travels together, and we had to put a name on it.
Yeah.
So that's how the ISDC, or International Scuba Divers Club, was created. The name is in English because we have people talking 3 languages.
Right.
Right. So that was how it was born.
Right.
And then I have a passion for 2 things, which are the rust. Right. I love wrecks. Of course we do. And the other one is video. So what started as a hobby, in a way, got a little bit more serious with time.
Yeah.
And right now on the channel, you can browse through 70 videos from 70 different wrecks. You can actually see how improvement was done from the earlier ones to the later ones, right? But the main idea is to have 1 video per wreck we visit.
Yeah.
And to give the viewer the sensation that they can watch that video every time they're going to be diving that wreck, so they can see helpful information on how to do it.
Yeah, and that's what I use it for. I mean, if there's a wreck here in South Florida that I haven't dove in a while, I'll just check it out, and I know that you'll have a video on it, search for it, watch it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now, and it acts as like an aid memoir for me, because I'm like, oh, it's been a while since I've been on the Brandywine. I'll go check out that, it has been a while. And I'll go check it out. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this wreck. And then you go around here and then there's that entry and that exit. And, it's super useful for that. I think also as well, the skill that you edit the videos with, if I may say so, is fantastic. I mean, you take all the time with the graphics and, you know, pointing out all the different features with all your motion graphics and stuff. I don't even know how you do it, but kudos to you. I think it's fantastic because it's beyond me, for sure.
I mean, it's all a work in progress.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even near or close of where I want it to be. But again, I'm very pleased that the things are improving with time. It also takes a lot of time to post-produce every single video. And there's a caveat that people usually don't think about, which is filming during tech diving. Aside the fact that you look like a Christmas tree, right? Already. You have to think that at those depths, usually the light is very scarce.
Yeah.
So it's not the same to produce a good quality video if you're diving at 30 feet or if you're diving at 200 feet.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one of the most challenging parts there.
Yeah. So that, and then the editing you put through, and then, you know, people don't understand how hard it is to get that content out. And it's, you know, the struggle is real. You've got a full-time job and you're pumping these videos out and they're fantastic. But let's talk about what makes South Florida so special for wreck divers, right? I mean, like you said, you've got a lust for rust. I've got a lust for rust. We love these wrecks down here.
Let me ask you a question.
Tell me.
How many diveable, man-made things are there in Florida?
Oh, I couldn't even, like, to put a number on it? Well, I looked at I have the map for the Miami-Broward, you know, the Miami-Dade Broward coastline, and there was something like 300 just listed on that wreck, right? Just on that stretch. So I'm going to have to take that and multiply it. I mean, you think about Key West and, you know, up in the Gulf, Panhandle, Riskinny, all that good stuff, and all the way up. I'm gonna multiply that to let's say 4,000. That's a pure guess.
That's close enough.
All right.
3,200.
3,200. My God. Okay.
Right. So why Florida is good for wreck diving? That's your answer right there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's a ton of wrecks. There's you know, every depth you could ever wish to hit. Right. From recreational or sticking up above the water, snorkeling, down to as deep as you want to go. Right. Which, you know, we're both tech divers, we're both hardcore guys. We like we love our helium and getting down there and hitting some depth and filming in the dark for reasons I still don't understand, as you've already talked about.
The world doesn't understand.
No, exactly. I try not to think about it so much, you know. And we're open circuit guys too, right? So every time we breathe out, we're just watching dollars float to the surface, just in big bubbles of dollars, just going up.
Someday you need to explain people the difference in economics.
Yes.
When you dive helium.
Yes, I will. Let's talk about your favorite wrecks. What do you like to hit?
So, I mean, aside from our favorite ones, I mean, we met each other mostly diving Spiegel.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the iconic.
Exactly. Spiegel is fantastic from the point of view that you can dive it with every single certification level you can have.
Yeah.
Basically, you can do it as an advanced open water all the way down to a hardcore technical diver.
Yeah,
absolutely. Right? It's one fit for all.
Yeah.
But on my side, I really love wrecks that are deeper than usual, maybe, right? But allow me to have a good runtime on them, a good bottom time. So
there's that sweet spot, right? Because too deep and you don't get enough time to do a proper film. Too shallow and it's not rare or exotic enough, or it's dived all the time, and you want something that people don't dive too often as well. So there's that sweet spot there. What kind of depth are you talking about?
So this has to be 140, 160.
Yeah.
Kind of deep. Yeah.
That's what I like. Yeah.
Those are really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Those are really enjoyable. So to name three, I mean, again, there are 300 in the area, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But I would go with Rankin in Stuart. It was a military ship, and it usually has this gigantic bait ball living on it, right? So the opportunity for video, if conditions help, is awesome.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Then I really enjoy the Lady Luck.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a regular one, but It gives you plenty of penetration opportunity. It has a lot of really good sights you can do against the sun, and the engine room is lovely.
Yeah, and accessible. Reasonably accessible. It's not.
Yeah.
You'd have to wriggle into it through a hole or something. Like the Spiegel Grove.
Exactly. You can go in, plenty of space.
Yeah.
It's a really nice one.
Yeah, they did a good job with that. I mean, an artificial reef as well, sunk on purpose.
Yeah.
They did the sculptures and whatever. That's all touristy, but the actual wreck itself is actually quality.
You know that Irma moved it a little bit deeper, right?
Yes, true.
It used to be more recreational. Nowadays, not so much.
Not
so much. Yeah.
No, it's a tough one on that. And then thirdly, so ranking, Lady Luck.
Yeah, and I would go. This is by far one of my favorites.
Okay.
It's a hard one. People hardly ever go to it.
Tell me.
Is named Cruz del Sur.
Yeah.
It's right in the county line between Broward and Dade.
Yeah.
It was sunk as a joint effort of both counties. It's at 240.
Yeah.
Right, but it's lovely. Usually teeming with life, and not even the tech diving charters go there.
Yeah.
Because it's far from all the regular marinas.
Centers, They put it right in the center of the county line, but all the dive shops are down here, so they got to
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So
that, and it's over 200, so that means above trimix and all that kind of stuff. So
hypoxic trimix.
Yeah, exactly.
Mandatory. So it's don't do it if you don't have the training.
No.
What about you?
Well, I mean, you already mentioned Spiegel's iconic, right? I mean, as a pair of instructors, it's hard to beat Spiegel for a training wreck, because advanced open water, you do the deep dive and the wreck dive there, fantastic. Rescue diver, you can do out there on the surface, because there's a lot of skills, a lot of good places to, a lot of mooring lines and stuff. So if you've got to bring up a unconscious buddy or whatever,
correct,
you've got those tools to do it with. And then obviously dive master training, guiding, it's fantastic for navigation. And then, when you get into the tech stuff, obviously, for advanced rec, there isn't a better training rec, because you can go down and do advanced rec penetration, but not so deep. You can get out of the light zone, go into a pitch black scenario, complete blackout, without having to go to 200 feet, right? Because there's so many rooms on the superstructure that you can get away from the sunlight in. And then you can get down into the engine room, you can get down below the sand level. If you want the depth, you can do your advanced nitrox, deco procedures, trimix dives there. So, I mean, that, and the fact that, I don't know how many you've got, but I've been in Miami, 3 years now? And I'm not bored of it yet. I must have 150 dives on her. I must. Surely, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I'm teaching you, it's my main tech rec, it's my main, go-to. We've all got a, preferred operator down there as well. So Spiegel Grove, then right next door, the Duane, Kilo, those two wrecks are fantastic. The problem with the Duane was they sank it in the worst possible position. They just pushed it all the way out in the channel, so it's just catching the edge of the Gulf Stream, and it's just whipping around there, and it's very rare that you get it down there without ripping current.
Correct.
But it's a beautiful wreck. It's a piece of maritime history. It's the sister ship of the Ingham class. Coast Guard cutters. She sits perfectly on a keel, and she's basically a living museum. So that one I really like. And then the Hydro, the Lowrance, we talked about those already. The big pompano wrecks, sort of in that sweet spot of 150 to 200.
Hydro is definitely another very iconic tech wreck. In this case.
You're going to do the Lowrance, I think, on your channel as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, at some point. I don't know if it's the next one or what, but
coming soon.
Exactly. But have a look on the starboard side bow for an imprint in the side of the ship of my face. I did a dive with, do you know Mikhail Afendikov?
Yeah.
The double rebreather dive, SF2. So we did a dive together. It was a private charter. There were 4 tech divers, me, Mikhail, 2 other guys I'd just met, or was it 1 other guy? Anyway, they bailed on it. The current was too strong. They were like, no. Captain gave us 750 foot lead.
What?
For a 200 foot descent or 185 foot descent, whatever it is.
Okay.
And the Viz was about that. So we go plummeting down. I don't see Mikhail until we're both on the wreck. I didn't see the wreck until it was here. And I'm doing 4.5 knots.
Yeah.
Ba-dang! Straight into the side of the Lowrance. I'm sure the whole shipwreck shook from me, like a tuning fork. Dong, me steel 120s, 2 stage bottles, straight in the side, face first, like
Lots
that.
of momentum.
I thought it was going to break my mask. I thought it was going to break my mask and just go straight to the side of the wreck. So yeah, look for that when you do the video, and just, you know, maybe you can put a little graphic, a little circle where James's face hit. Yeah, a little dent. That was me. You're welcome. No, that's an awesome wreck. That's an awesome wreck too. Right, are you ready to face the 10 questions we ask everybody?
I am a little bit scared, but I will try.
That's fair enough. Question number 1, where was your first dive?
It was in Brazil.
Could you be more specific? It's a big country.
Oh, okay. So it was in a little island called Arboredo on the state of Santa Catarina.
Okay, I'm going to have to look that up, but all right.
Okay, yeah.
Where's your best dive to date?
The best dive I ever had was in the wreck of the Filsegorm in Egypt. It was a night dive that we get to penetrate and see all the funky stuff in there. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's iconic. That's global level wreck diving right
Yes,
there.
sir.
Absolutely. What place would you say you've dived the most?
Bonaire.
Okay.
Bonaire as a whole, you know,
destination,
yeah.
Easy diving, shore diving, all that good stuff.
It's a good family place to go, right? You can go with your wife, with your kids, and everyone has a good time.
Yeah, economical because it's a lot of shore diving. Absolutely. Okay. Who was your scuba diving hero? Who is?
So I have a lot of local names in my head, but I wouldn't go that way.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thanks, man.
So-
You mean someone else? Oh, sorry.
So I would go with Cousteau. He was the one inspiring me to do this.
He was the OG.
Yeah.
He was the OG. Absolutely. What is your preferred scuba setup?
So anything Hogartian,
Okay.
right? It could be either recreational or technical. I don't care. But I believe the setup, it's the setup of the future in a way. We all should go in that direction.
Are you strict? Are you strict Hogarthian?
No, I would say modified Hogartian.
That's what I consider myself, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm probably 90%. No, 85.
Correct. Yeah,
85.
I'm not a Taliban or anything like that.
Exactly. The Hogarthian police are here.
Yeah.
Oh no, hide! Freshwater or salt?
Salt.
Salt, definitely.
Yes.
As a preference.
Yes.
All right. What was the last course you ever took?
It was probably my trimix instructor course,
Okay.
right? It was some years ago.
Excellent.
I should get back to the classroom.
I know, me too. I keep thinking the same thing.
Yep.
I keep thinking the same thing. And then, what's your next dive trip you got booked?
So we have booked Truck Lagoon for next year and Bonaire, if at all can happen during the pandemic, for November this year. I know. Truck should have happened this year, actually, right?
Yeah. Well, we already cancelled ours for October. So our Bonaire trip.
Oh, so we have November.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Exactly. Hopefully. What is the bucket list dive you haven't done yet?
So truck is a big one.
Right.
Big one. And then my list has South Africa. And I've been looking forward to go to Norway
Oh, yeah.
to see the World War II shipwrecks over there.
Yeah.
And that one is one that I need to do, I want to do as soon as possible.
That'd be awesome. I've got to add that to my list.
We should do it together.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Well, Alejandro, thanks so much for dropping by the dive locker, mate. It's
much.
really cool. First in the
still have
series.
a little bit of
Oh, we
beer.
do, yeah. Cheers. Cheers with that. Only thing left to do is really to tell the good people at home how they can connect with you.
Okay, so you can connect with us on the International Scuba Divers Club YouTube channel, right? I believe we're going to leave the contact information
I'll put the link down below. So
in the
check it
description.
out.
And of course, through our Facebook page, Instagram, all social media you can imagine.
And then do you want to talk about as well trim? We're going to talk about trim, right?
Sure.
That's the hot thing.
That's the hot thing.
I just found out about this just now. I'm talking about it like I know it. No, Alejandro told me just before we press record that he's got this fantastic Spanish language digital magazine on the subject of scuba diving.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Over to you.
We are putting a lot of effort in designing and getting really, really good scuba diving articles. Sadly, for the English-speaking people, is right now only in Spanish, but soon enough we will have an English version. right?
Yeah.
And
Digital only, right?
it's digital only,
Perfect.
totally free. It's on the platform name is ISSU, ISSUU.com.
I'll link to it below as well.
It will be there.
Everything.
So you look for us there, and you will see a lot of stories about wrecks, about historical wrecks, and new places for the divers to find. So
Perfect.
it's a new endeavor we started.
Yeah, you
right
just
now.
showed me. It looks beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'm looking forward to the English language version because, no habla.
Soon enough.
Thanks so much, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know who else you'd like me to get into the dive locker here and wrangle for a beer in the chat. A bit more of a casual format video. So let us know in the comments below if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Head over to Alejandro's International Scuba Diving Club page, link below. Throw them a subscribe, please, because their content is top notch. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you on the next one. Dive safe, dive often, guys. And we're out.
There you go.
That's it, mate. That was perfect. That was exactly how I wanted it to go.